Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. For those who are new, I know you can benefit. Ah, my gosh, people, I had a total anxiety attack today regarding grocery shopping. I know, it was crazy. I should have eaten lunch or had my snack before we went. And I know sometimes when people don't eat and they get to the grocery store, they end up buying way more food than they need, or certainly the wrong food. They get up to the register with half of it eaten. Praise God, that was not the case. I did eat, purchase the food that I intended, but I went with my husband and he wanted to go aisle by aisle. And I was reading this article and it was talking about just basic statistics on grocery shopping. It's pretty interesting, but one thing that it said was in the 1990s, an average grocery store, of which there are 38,000 in the United States, an average grocery store had about 7,000 products, 7,000 items on the shelf. And when they retook the statistics in 2014, so Lord knows it's even more now, but in the last 5 years, it's increased. It averaged 42,200 products. And I heard recently that it's closer to 60,000 now. That many products coming at us, right? And so we were going up and down each aisle, and suddenly I was being haunted by foods of the past that are not my food. And I was suddenly just going like, oh, at first I was humoring myself and saying, oh, well, that's totally toys and that's food-like products and I would never eat that and that has animal product and oh. But after a while, I started going, well, I remember what that tasted like and it wouldn't be delicious, but, and I just started going crazy. Like all these foods were coming at me. I was losing my mind. And then by the time we got over to the dead food aisles and frozen dead food, and I was trying not to cry, honestly. And my husband was like, you look like you're going to cry. Are you okay? And I was like, oh, I'm just tired, honey. No, I'm fine. And I was thinking, I may just start crying right now, which was insane. I'm not a crier, really. Some things get to me, but no. So then we had to go to another store, and we were on our way to another food store. And I said, hon, I've got to stop and eat. I can't go to another store without eating. And he definitely needed to eat as well. So we ended up going to like a 50s diner. And of course, when we went in there, not only were there a lot of smells, but there was, buy one, get one free of things that I used to absolutely eat. And I was just losing my mind. I did a video that said when in doubt, go without. But he gets really angry when I promise I'm going to eat and then don't choose to. And he's just like, that is so screwed. Why the hell did we even come in here, right? So I was like, no, I'll find something. I'll totally find something. Well, they had, of course, a really basic salad. And it was like $5 for what I knew would just be some lettuce and maybe a tomato or a cucumber. I wasn't going to have any onions. I'm not an onion girl, and I certainly wasn't going to have croutons. So all of a sudden I was pouting, and it's very apparent when I'm pouting. And my dude was just like, what the hell, Juliana? You are totally pouting. Why did we even come? And I was so hungry. So when the lady came, I was being really stubborn by then, and I was just like, I'll just have sides. And I'm like, just give me 2 tomatoes, and each tomato was a side, and they were like $2.50 for one side. And then I said, and I'll have an avocado, and the avocado was like $3.50. So it was going to be, $9. But who cared, right? It was my food that I needed. And of course she said they don't have avocados. They're out of avocados. And I was just like, my husband was already upset enough that I was only having tomatoes. That's like all I felt safe with. So then I backtracked, and then I said, okay, I'll have your stupid little salad. And what do you put on it? And she was like, cucumber. And I said, let me guess, 2 slices. And she's like, yeah, and tomato, 2 slices. Yeah. Then I was like, I'm going to live. I can eat when I get home. I have a ton of beautiful food we just purchased. I'll be okay. So I went ahead and had the salad. It was just a bunch of basic lettuce and 2 slices of cucumbers and 2 slices of tomatoes. And I asked for 1 tomato on the side. But it was bad. It was bad. I was really, really having a bad time. Luckily, just that salad and little trinkets of vegetables curbed my appetite enough and made me feel like that I had eaten something that I was able to go on to the next door. I made it through, but man, it was bad because I've had a lot of eating disorders. I've done starvation. I've done bulimia. I've done compulsive overeating and eaten enough for a small country. And I had to be really careful. It comes down to poor planning, but it was just awful. The anxiety was unreal. So I was just looking up grocery stores because I kept thinking, wow, how many things were my eyes subjected to by going into the main aisle by aisle. I don't recommend it. I really don't. So it said that there's, like I said, 38,000 grocery stores with anywhere between 42 and 60,000 items per store. And that the U.S., back in 2014, so again, it's way more, had topped more than $638 billion in supermarket sales. And of those, at the time, 165 million was just wasted food, which is why today, there's different places that by grace have ugly tables where you can purchase produce, discounted produce, rather than them just throwing it away. And thank God for countries like, let me try and think. I think Germany, Canada, France, that have decided that it's against the law to waste and throw out all that food, but you've got to donate it to, food. I want to say shelters, but you know what I mean. What are they called when you wait in line for free food? I don't know. I haven't even eaten dinner yet, and I need to take care of myself, but I just wanted to check in. Have you had an anxiety attack like that, where you're so afraid that you're not going to get the food that you want or need, and that you will cave in and eat food that isn't yours anymore? It is horrific. Oh my goodness. I have got to be better planned when I'm out, because that was terrible. I didn't even have enough water with me. It was bad. I'm making up for it now, but it was scary and awful. So peace be with you if you've been in that circumstance. I'd love you to share below if you can relate. I can attach this one. It isn't great. It's just grocery shopping statistics. But I'll attach it just to humor you if you're interested in looking at it. But anyway, be sure to share below so that I can support you. Like if you like. Whatever it's called if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Know that I pray for you. I went to Mass today. I offered it up for all my Jules Blessed vegan people, all my friends on the phone, and all my friends on the internet. Because I know you guys struggle and your situations are real. And so I put you in the prayer book at Mass. All right, my friends. Peace be with you. And until we talk again, trust that you're blessed.